Ladies and gentlemen, can you please welcome, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Derbyshire. Wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the reception of Mr. and Mrs. Derbyshire. Thank you all for coming. Order. I got all High Court judge on them there, Matt. Did you see? Thank you all for coming. I'm sure Mat and Natasha are absolutely delighted to see so many family and friends here to celebrate this special day. Just to give you some idea of how things are going to pan out, speeches will take place now so that those making them can relax, not sweat through their dinner. There'll then be the wedding breakfast, followed by photographs outside. Please don't go too far. Mat and Natasha will be gutted if you're not on them. Then we'll have 7 to 7:30 the evening do. And then we'll celebrate the party of the year. This isn't a speech. I'm not making one, but I couldn't let this opportunity to go by without explaining how I know Mat and Natasha. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Mark. I was, until relatively recently, their boss. Not easy. Full speech after the watershed. I first met Nat when he was 19, turned up at my office for work experience. Those of you who knew him then, long ginger hair, scruffy beard, festival bands on both arms, a picture of professionalism, instantly suited for the office. But I instantly recognised his potential when he said, "I'm prepared to work all my holidays for free." So he came to work for his work experience, and God bless him, every holiday without fail. And then joined us officially, I think, in 2009. Tidied himself up a bit. Marginally.
We all thank you for that.
Earned himself a training contract, qualified as a solicitor, and in 2021 was made a partner of the firm. Very well deserved. I think Natasha joined the firm in 2017. Employed to be Matt's assistant. 9 o'clock after the watershed. She was employed as his assistant, not his wife. though he obviously saw the potential instantly and told everybody. I did warn her about him, but she ignored that. Something Matt's been absolutely delighted about ever since and can't stop pinching himself. You've got her now. Breathe. You'll probably know that Natasha, while she was working full-time... Getting emotional now. You go first. Pause. Natasha, whilst working full-time, completed a law degree. Qualified as a solicitor. Some of you will know just how difficult that is, but to do what she did with all she had on, wow. Keep wiping your eyes, I need more time. No, seriously, to achieve what she did was an absolute inspiration to us all. She's the mother of 5 now, fantastic children, an absolute credit to herself and her family. It's been a pleasure to watch them grow personally, professionally, and as a couple. About a year, that is, according to Matt. Natasha, I don't know why he doesn't just tell you. But it's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm so glad to be part of your day. Thank you. So on to the speeches. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, your groom, Matthew Derbyshire.
Good afternoon, everybody. You're about to witness a very unique event. Natasha is going to let me speak on behalf of both of us.
I see, check your speech.
It is a privilege to do so, and I'm very proud, and I just hope that so soon into our married life, I don't piss her off too much. Thank you to everybody so much for coming. It really wouldn't be the same without you. It obviously would have been cheaper, though. Seriously, though, it means so much to have you all here and to have so many people that we love to want to spare this day with us. So we're very grateful. We're also very grateful for the generosity you've shown towards our honeymoon fund, and we're very humbled by all of your kindness. So thank you for that. This is my last moment to be able to do this, so leave it be. Could I thank Natasha's father for giving me permission to ask Natasha to marry me? Whilst I'm very sure all of you wanted was a her out of your hair, I'm very grateful nonetheless. But not only for giving me your beautiful daughter's hand in marriage, but also for welcoming me into the family. I'm very... Try again. I'm very happy to be able to call James and Diane my in-laws, along with Jill and Nigel. Since day one, they both welcomed me as a son, and they have raised Natasha to have the dignity, courage, and endeavour she has in her everyday life, and also, obviously, to be a great judge of character. This day wouldn't have been possible without everybody's help from friends and family, and of course the bridesmaids. They are obviously looking very good today, but But don't be fooled by the beautiful aesthetics. They are deadly underneath. You will see in front of you, you have glasses which all have your names on. They spend hours doing those. If you break them or leave without them, they will hunt you down. Moving on to Amit and Andy. They are my best men. I think it's fair to say that there have been some bumps in the road in their relationship. But over the years, individually, they've both been amazing to me, and I couldn't thank them more. I couldn't be more grateful to be able to call them some of my best mates. I'm also very grateful to everyone that came on the stag. It was an amazing time. I won't forget it very soon. Neither will anyone else that was at the football or saw me walk past them over the course of those 2 days. We're obviously here to celebrate our wedding day. And so if everyone could turn their attention to my beautiful bride. Whilst we're obviously here to celebrate the day for both of us, for me, it's for the opportunity for everyone to see just how amazing she is. It's very nice to be able to say that she's now my wife. That sounded very weird to say, my wife. Anyone that knows her knows that she's very generous. She's extremely out of my league. But she's also extremely kind. She wears her heart on her sleeve. And she's extremely thoughtful. I have never met anybody that is like her. And I count myself the most luckiest man on the planet to be able to spend every day with her. She's also an extremely amazing mother. We now have 5 children in the family. I love them all with all my heart as well. And whilst they can be messy and argumentative, it's a privilege to be a dad to all of them. And I consider them all my own. Mark's explained what Natasha did to be able to get to the position she's in at the moment, and I couldn't be prouder of her. I won't go over all that again. You all now know that we met at work. What you don't know is that Mark interviewed her without me and very smugly came to me afterwards and said that I would like her. He was probably about right. From the moment I met her, I knew that I liked her because she was stunning. But over the years, I realised that there was a lot more than how beautiful she was, and I fell in love with her slowly as the days went on. Everyone knows that she's a whirlwind. She is very... I think I wrote determined. I think I meant stubborn. And she's very feisty. But it means that there's never a dull day. And it makes our lives all the more interesting. For those of you that don't know, I lost my mum in 2015. And she obviously never met Natasha. But what I can say from the bottom of my heart is that she would love you just as much as I do. And that's a testament to how great you are. When we first met, I couldn't have imagined that we would be where we are now, only a couple of years later. And I do consider myself extremely lucky. I will cherish every moment, and I'll be faithful the rest of my life to you. And before she changes her mind, or more importantly, realises I'm ginger, if everyone can raise their glasses to my outstanding new wife, Natasha. I will shortly be handing over I will shortly be handing over to Natasha's father, who I hope equally says nice things. Via Mark, I believe. I will pass it on.
Ladies and gentlemen, father of the bride, Mr. James Preston.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see everybody here. I think Mark and Matt have said everything. That's covered everything. So I'll sit down. Thank you. Bye. No, let's go on. Oh, Natasha, what a journey. What a journey. Just when I think she can't surprise me anymore, she completely does the opposite. Out of the blue. You don't even see it coming. It's just incredible. Just incredible. Just to go through all these things you've surprised me with, it would take a whole day, so we won't go through it. Left school, did a few jobs, worked at Thornton's, didn't you, for a bit? Had to wear steel cap boots in case those chocolates dropped on your toes. And then she started training as a hairdresser, so there was these weird heads everywhere. These weird heads, well, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, and then she said, and you were doing this at university, weren't you? Yeah, university, yeah. And I said, why do you need to go to university to be a hairdresser? Do you have to do that? I don't know, obviously. But then she said, I don't really enjoy it. And I said, what are you going to do then instead of? And she said, I'm going to study law. And I said, I just said, oh, you've got to be clever, Tash. What do you mean? Anyway, but she did. I mean, she got a law degree, as Mark and Matt's explained. She went through quite a bad time personally for quite a few years, which affected us all, to be honest, didn't it? Yeah. Quite a few sleepless nights, but since meeting Matt, she gradually came back to her old self. Yeah. And that was amazing, to be honest. Jill sometimes says, she says to me, you're, not often, to be honest, but you're a model husband. So I looked up the meaning of model, and it means a small replica or imitation of the real thing. Of the real thing. So, so anyway, I'm sure Matt will be the real thing, as he's been amazing with the kids and made Tasha very happy, as I said earlier, and back to her old self. I was very proud when she became a solicitor. What really makes me happy is that the fact she's marrying Vincent van Derbyshire. Take your glasses off, Matt, and just show them. I'll show you in a sec. Vincent van Derbyshire, my favourite artist. Still got, up to now, he's still got both ears, but I don't think that's going to last too long. Anyway, I found one of his portraits, self-portraits, that he did. Because when they came over to England from Amsterdam, they landed in Derbyshire and thought, well, what should we call our surname? And they used Derbyshire. So there you go. There he goes, look. And it's signed Van Derbyshire. Van Derbyshire. Anyway, it just remains to raise a toast to the bride and groom, Natasha and Mat, Derbyshire, Vincent Van. Vincent. Thanks very much. I don't know who.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we are blessed with two best men. Not something we said a lot on the stag do. But firstly, can you welcome Mr. Andy Roberts?
Don't know what he's talking about, to be honest. Good evening, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andy. I don't know why I had to read that off the page. I ain't got the volume control, so... Yeah, talking to the wrong person if you want me to shout. Yeah, it's my honour to... there we go. It's my honour to say that I've been chosen as one of Matt's best men today. So thank you very much for sharing your day with me and everybody else. First, let me congratulate Mat and Natasha on what's been a great day so far. You both look amazing. And let me pass on my thanks to the beautiful bridesmaids and the groomsmen as well today. You've done a stunning job. Well done. Everybody, for anybody that knows these two, full credit of organising today's obviously got to go to Natasha, because she's clearly been the one coordinating it. Although Mat deserves a big well done for doing as he's told all day. Me and Mat have known each other for far longer than we actually haven't known each other. I think it's getting into the late 28 odd years, something around there, from primary school through secondary school. But we were separated through sort of college, university, but we weren't allowed to let that stop us. Mat went to Sheffield University, I went to Derby University, but at Buxton campus. Matt's career path was quite clearly set out, far more than my own. He, despite appearances, clearly had his mind set on a certain goal. He had his life organised almost already. Despite being separated, I would often drive across to Sheffield after university for many nights out and parties, inevitably ending up crashing at Matt's house or nearby. And in my final year, I'm pretty sure I spent more time at your university than I did my own. I've lost my... I'm sorry. It's tough to follow those two speeches, it really is.
Good job, mate, don't worry.
Thank you. I mean, he made me cry. I've got to compose myself. Yeah, it's definitely Matt's bad influence on those visits to his university, but I missed most of my Friday morning lectures the next day. Usually a night out, but didn't intend on going into town, but we did anyway. Went to go and fall down the stairs of Corporation or somewhere like that. I've still got very, very fond memories of us drinking a few of those novelty-sized cans of Faxa that we used to get from, like, Tesco or somewhere, or a crate or two of Tuborg if it was a house party. Needless to say, we used to recover a little bit quicker than we do now, as was evidenced on the stag do. More so, you recover quicker than me still. It's definitely guaranteed. Matt's always been the life and soul of the party. He's generally always been the bad influence as well. He's always been that sort of devil on your shoulder, and he always loved reminding you of a rule that he'd just broken during a drinking game to force you to have to drink more. And I was like, what? I thought you liked me, man. At the end of that was certainly a few games of Piccolo. I'm sure Dan can attest to that. There's even a period of time after university where I'm certainly fairly certain I spent more time at Matt's house, Clyde would attest to this as well, than I did my own. Thankfully, Matt's parents didn't seem to mind, and if he did, they certainly never told me, or didn't say it to my face anyway. We've always had each other's backs through the years, especially when times have been rough, and we've had a few of those. A few years ago, I had a really rough time with my health, and second only to my now wife, Matt was right there beside me, as much as he could be. I'm pretty sure they had a fight to be the first one through the door for visiting hours at some point. So I remember when Natasha first began to interfere with our bromance. Everything Matt had told me about her, I knew he was onto a winner. Mainly when among other things, I quickly gathered that she certainly wasn't afraid to kick him into touch every now and then, which is definitely needed from time to time. These suspicions were quickly confirmed when she was introduced into our circle of friends. She fit right in straight away. Everything from our perspective felt just right for you two. Exactly what Matt needed at the time, I'm pretty sure. While our lives are now packed fuller than they've ever been, we don't get to hang out as often as we used to, but this doesn't mean that the bromance is over. However, I'm more than happy to leave him in the capable hands of Natasha, who obviously deserves a medal. I mean, after having 4 kids at that point of her own already, to then take on the biggest kid of them all, surely it's got to be madness. And then agree to have his child as well. Going forward from today, you get to refer to each other in conversations as husband and wife, and that does not get old very quickly. I still smile when I have to do it. Filling in forms of drop-down boxes, marriage for your relationship statuses, getting used to being referred to or referring to yourselves as Mr. and Mrs. Derbyshire will hopefully make you both smile for a very long time. I'd like to close by having the audacity to give you both some sort of advice today, as if I'm in any position to give anybody advice, but here we go. It's going to sound cheesy, but I truly believe in this. In the future, life will throw challenges at you in all shapes and forms, often unexpected, but both of you being the immensely strong, capable, caring and kind individuals that you actually are, do not be afraid to lean on each other from time to time, just to keep you standing, because together there's absolutely nothing that you can't get past and nothing that you cannot achieve. Not the last toast of the night, but can we have another toast to the bride of the groom? Thank you very much.
So, this could be interesting. Last, but certainly not least, Mr. Amit Bisal.
Thank you, thank you. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing, first of all? I want more energy. How's everyone doing? That's better, that's better. Okay, great stuff. So I hope you've all got your glasses fully charged for this speech.
No. Would you mind going to the bar?
No. I should really. But listen, let me just start by introducing myself for those of you who don't. Oh.
Come on, Mo.
There's always one, isn't it? There's always one. All right. So let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name's Amit, and yes, just in case you're wondering, if you've got a computer that needs fixing or a taxi driver that you're in need of, then I'll give you the very best prices. Okay. Now, as a lawyer, it'd be remiss of me not to start with the following disclaimer. Okay? The following views and opinions expressed in this statement are my own and do not represent that of the bride and groom's family, colleagues or children. Whilst I've made every effort to ensure that the information I'm providing is correct, no guarantees are given as to the accuracy of the statements or opinions herein. Now, anyway, without that out of the way, let me just start by saying it's an absolute honour to be part of Mr. and Mrs. Derbyshire's special day. I know that Matt and Natasha have worked very hard this year to put this together, to make this day as special for them as it is for us. So I would like to also mention that they have exceptional taste when it comes to selecting the best men. So, with that in mind, please can we give them a massive round of applause for putting this together so beautifully. Now, I first met Matt back in 2008 at Nottingham Law School. When we were both considerably younger, healthier, and probably a lot more stupid. Really? But on our first day, you can imagine my surprise. I was surrounded by a lot of well-spoken graduates when all of a sudden I heard this sort of broad Midlands accent coming from the corner of the room. You know, and I turned over to see this this tall, ginger, hippie-looking character talking about the one true love of his life. And no, sorry, Natasha, it wasn't you. It was Derby. No, sorry, I mean, it was the Nottingham Panthers. But look, after several conversations with Matt and many, many beers, I realised that not only is he very strange, but that a bromance was blossoming, right? And we'd often find ourselves in the local pub, the horn in hand, playing pool and plotting our course to world domination. But anyone who knows Matt knows that his positivity is infectious. And he's the kind of guy that you can always have a good time with, as long as he's in charge of the destination, the route we take, the beers we drink, the people we invite, and what we do when we actually get there. But despite all of the shenanigans at law school, I am pleased to say that we both finally made it, and I too am very proud when I learnt that Matt became a partner in his law firm, so please can we give him a big round of applause for that again. Now, some say that God works in mysterious ways. So I'd like to address perhaps one of life's great mysteries. How is it that a balding, Tesco value version of Ron Weasley here can marry this beautiful bride? Now, some of you may say it's Matt's dazzling charm, it's his rugged good looks, his big wallets, or even his big shoes. But you'd be wrong. You'd be wrong, ladies and gentlemen, because the answer must only be pity. So I think we should all give Natasha a huge round of applause for jumping on this carrot-topped grenade. Yeah. Now, I think it's fair to say that Matt and I have endured our fair share of highs and lows over the past 15 years. And like any regular couple, we haven't always got it right. But after a kiss and a vigorous cuddle, we've always found a way to keep the flame burning bright. But thankfully, with Natasha now wearing the trousers and the belt, in this new relationship, he'll always know his place, and I'm sure he'll be in safe hands. But jokes aside, look, it's an honour and a privilege to have known Matt all these years, and I love him like my brother. And I couldn't be happier that he has met someone as kind and as caring as Natasha. They have a wonderful family together, and I hope they share many, many years of bliss and joy and love together. So please, can I ask you to raise a toast one more time for Mr. and Mrs. Derbyshire.
It's bar time, chaps. Short break before dinner. Enjoy.